He was good. I think he was very efficient too. Got outs pretty quickly. We had the pin up relatively early, given his pitch count. A lot of it had to do kind of where he's been in the sixth and seventh inning, third time through the order, where it's kind of gotten away from him. Him and Balls worked hard on making some adjustments in the stretch. Made him a little slower to the plate today, but he was more collected in the stretch than he had been. I think if you look at his struggles this year, almost everything's come out of the stretch instead out of the windup. He's pitched really well with nobody on base, and guys have gotten on base. He's kind of struggled a little bit. Today he did better. That adjustment seemed to pay off to a degree, and he was really good. Did a good job. It's high. I think it should be high. I think it's high with anybody in San Diego right now if they're watching our games. He's swinging it really well. It's not an easy guy to hit off of today. He's hits one out the other way, first at bat, and then yanks a double second at bat. And I think big hit there for the two RBIs, a double hit right there where they laid out in left center. Sometimes the softest one you hit can be the most consequential one in the game. Oh, it was fun. There hadn't been a lot of times this year where we've like gotten blown up the way Solarte did, and it actually falls in for us, and like it feels like that's kind of been the refrain for the other team a number of times this year, and we haven't had those type of hits. The one Rendon had where he kind of blocked it down the first baseline, Myers dives, and we don't make the play, and they score a run that way. Until that next inning, we really hadn't had plays like that go in our favor. So it was good to see a couple of those plays go that way. They made a mistake, and then we capitalized on it. I think he's matured a lot. I think he's wanted to be healthy for an entire season so badly. He's been through so much in the last couple of years that he hasn't gotten to play baseball consistently enough to really like find rhythm in a game. And I think we're finally a few months into the season. And you see him in rhythm right now, and you see what he's capable of doing. He looks incredibly comfortable at first base. Made another really good play over there today. Continues to defend the field well, and faster than just about any first baseman in the game. I think it was 9th or 10th stolen base today. So not an easy guy to run on either. Might be the first stolen base Scherzer's given up all year. So he's putting some pressure on him out there.
It's been a couple weeks now where kind of the whole offense has been clicking. Is that maybe a matter of when a couple guys get hot, they kind of feed off each other?
You like it that way. I think we're seeing we went through a May where Matt and Will struggled. I think everybody knows they come in here, they're kind of the heart of our order, they're kind of our guys. John Jay's been pretty consistently all year long. You ran through May and Matt and Will were struggling a little bit, and we were finding a hard time scoring runs. Now those guys have been really good, especially since the beginning of June. So those guys they will carry us. That's the kind of guys they are. That's the kind of hitters they are. So they've had good at bats consistently now for this month, and I think the team in general feeds off those two guys leading us. Yeah, they got a taxed bullpen too. I mean, they've been pushed through it. They had the 12-inning game right before they flew in here, so it wasn't a matter let's make Scherzer work as hard as possible to get to the bullpen. If we can get him out in the 6th inning, that's success to a degree. Even if you score one run on him, he's got the capacity to just go 8 or 9 if you let him. And I thought there were a lot of at-bats that could have ended pitches earlier. He typically strikes guys out that our guys fouled, pitches off, battled, made him throw 3 or 4 extra pitches, made him work deeper into counts. And I think that probably had a lot to do with the success we had later in the game. Right off the palm of his left hand. He's fine.